Well, the Sixers' first NBA game of the season with almost a brand new team was nothing short of interesting, I'll just say. This video is brought to you by the Teespring store. Click the link in the description. This video is brought to you by the Run It Back Teespring store. Click the link in the description. Get all the Run It Back merch, including this In Maury We Trust t-shirt. Also, Maxey's Taxi t-shirt design coming very soon. Stay tuned for that. Also, buymeacoffee.com/runitback. We're at 14 supporters right now. If you get me to 20 supporters, who knows what I might do right here on YouTube. I'm not drinking coffee right now. I'm drinking whiskey. Yeah, that's how I feel about this. All right, so just check it out, okay? I told you guys from the jump, this is going to take a little while, right? You got too many new players on the floor. You got new coaches who may not understand these players quite yet. And honestly, yes, they are NBA coaches, but they might not even understand these players as much as we do, people that have been watching them for years. This is just going to take time. It's going to look weird at times for the first 10 or 20 games of the season. It's going to look very, very good, and then it's going to look very, very bad, and then it's going to look very, very good again. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be extreme highs and extreme lows for the first large portion of the season. I was expecting that coming in. Once again, I had to get off Twitter because people are just absolutely insane over there. So I'm getting better at watching the game, taking my own opinions and thoughts about what I'm seeing, opening Twitter, tweeting my thought, and then closing it. Because I can't sit there and read it because it's way too much toxicity from Philadelphia fans on Twitter. They were doing it in the preseason, but after one regular season game, there's too much toxicity. I can't take it. I got to turn notifications off. I usually tweet all the way through games, but honestly, as my YouTube channel gets bigger, I get a little bit more subscribers and all that stuff. I'm getting more and more people follow me on Twitter. It's getting a lot harder to handle because there's just so many people tweeting ridiculous things. So I got to learn now to watch the game, turn the notifications off, tweet my thoughts, put my phone down, and continue watching the game. It's just one game. But this one game was like, I'm going to give it an analogy, and I think I'm going to do like one major analogy for every game. So this game was like being at a really fun frat party, and you just joined a frat. Most of the people are new. You don't really know them all yet, but you're having a blast. You know, keg stands with the new guy, playing beer pong with the other new guy, and you're running the table. You know what I'm saying? Ice luges, body shots with a sorority that you didn't really hardly hang out with yet. And it was a blast. One of the most fun parties you've ever been to. And then a drunk guy fell off a balcony and died. And everything went silent. And everybody stood there. And then it was awkward. And then you went to another party before the cops arrived. And you had fun at that party, but the guy falling off the balcony and dying was kind of in the back of your mind for the whole rest of the night. That's what this game was like, especially the third quarter. The third quarter was definitely where the guy fell off the balcony and died. Oh, my goodness. It was just clunky. And most of that stems from, and I'm not going to have a whole nother season of ripping Ben Simmons, okay? But most of that, and it's not Ben Simmons' fault. Let me just put that out there. Most of that stagnant offense is because Ben Simmons is not a point guard. I've been saying it for years. It actually only took Doc Rivers one NBA game to realize I can't put the ball in this guy's hands in the half court when we need something to happen. I cannot do that. He's just not a point guard. He's a power forward, great rebounder, great finisher around the rim, big, powerful dunker who happens to be really fast, really great with the ball in his hands in transition, and has really good vision. That does not make you a point guard. A point guard, from the most literal form of the term, is the player at the top of the key with the ball in his hands, facilitating the offense. Ben Simmons just can't do it. He can't make something happen in a half court. It is what it is. He's 6'10", 240. He's a little bit too big. I don't know. But you see the difference when Shake Milton comes on the floor, when Tyrese Maxey comes on the floor. All of a sudden you got a guy with the ball in his hands and stuff is happening. Like, the most basic way to say it is stuff is happening. The guy with the ball is going around a pick and roll, knifing through the defense, either kicking it out or getting all the way to the rim, making the defense move. You need a point guard. And it took Brett Brown 3 seasons to say, hey, we're going to start Shake Milton and move Ben Simmons to the power forward. And I know we don't want to put positions on players, but it only took Doc Rivers 3.5 quarters to say, hey, I need a point guard on the floor in the half court. And Ben Simmons was technically at the power forward position. And you saw it, one of the clutchest plays of the game was Seth Curry had the ball at the three-point line and passed the ball underneath to Ben in the dunker spot, the spot where a power forward would be, and he dunked it. But I think moving forward, you're really Shake Milton is going to be in the starting lineup, because this starting lineup does not have a half-court creator. This starting lineup does not have a player that can facilitate the offense in the half court, and that's why Shake Milton was on the floor the entire fourth quarter, because without that guard, that Shake Milton or that Tyrese Maxey, the offense in the half court has nothing. It has nothing. Stop it. Stop trying to force this Ben Simmons point guard thing. It's done. It is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying he can't have the ball in his hands sometimes. I'm not saying he can't play point guard sometimes. I'm not saying he can't facilitate the offense sometimes. But when he gets stopped and when the defense shuts him down on the perimeter and he can't go anywhere, who's he give it to? Who's he give it to? Tobias Harris? Who's he give it to? Danny Green? Who's he give it to? Seth Curry? No. You need a point guard on the floor. You need Ben Simmons to be able to give the ball to Shake Milton. Aside from Joel Embiid, Shake Milton looked like the best player on the floor in this game. Let's talk about Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid's a beast. An absolute monster. I knew he would be. It's only the first game of the season, but I knew he would be. Thomas Bryant can't guard him. Embiid had 14 points at halftime. Again, things got all jumbled up, weird and clunky in the third quarter. I don't want to analyze Doc Rivers, but I thought he left the 5 starters out there way too long because nothing was happening. We went 6 straight minutes without a point. We went 6 minutes without a point in the third quarter. The 5 starters on the floor went 6 minutes without a point. Again, I'm saying it's only one game, and it's going to take a long time for this to figure out because Doc Rivers is going to obviously analyze what the hell happened in the third quarter and what do we need to change here. And he did it mid-game. Brett Brown would not have done that. Brett Brown wouldn't have done that in 10 games or 20 games. It took him 3 years to do it. You understand? Doc Rivers said, hey, something needs to change here. We just went 6 minutes without scoring a point. We need a creator, a shot creator on the floor. It's Shake Milton. It should be Shake Milton. He's fantastic. He needs starter minutes. He does. So I have a new lineup prediction. After just one game, I have a new lineup prediction. Where did I put it? It is Shake Milton, Seth Curry, Danny Green, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, 6th man, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, G League. Let's talk about Tobias Harris. Oh my goodness. It's like you want to believe he's good. You want to believe so bad that he's a great player. You want to believe so bad that he's worth that contract. You want to believe so bad that Tobias Harris is the third star. He's just not. He's just not. He's just a player. A great player? No. A something else player? No. A fringe all-star? No. He's not terrible. Well, he's playing terrible right now, but I think it has a lot to do with his position, the system, the players around him, all that stuff. But he adds value, I guess, not right now and not in this game. But he's not great either. He's just a player. He's a NBA player. That's what Tobias Harris is. He's not a superstar NBA player. He's not a fringe all-star NBA player. He's a NBA player. That's what Tobias Harris is. At this, the offense look, he was out there way too long, first of all, okay? And I get it. It's game one. You want to see what you got, and that's what Doc Rivers is doing, and he's probably going to do that for a couple more games before he really analyzes things. But the team looked so much better when Tobias Harris left the floor. And honestly, maybe the offense last year, maybe all of these things I've been saying with this offense looking so stagnant and clunky and jumbled up, maybe one of the major things is Tobias Harris. Maybe you need to just get rid of Tobias Harris. Literally for nothing. Just give him away, take his contract, and feed a couple of third world countries with it. Because it's absolutely disgraceful and embarrassing that not just the NBA, a company in general is paying somebody money that could feed the homeless. And the guy can't do anything on the court. It's so bad. And I say that jokingly, obviously, because Tobias Harris is huge in the community and does a ton for charity work and probably gives away a large part of his $180 million. But God, Tobias Harris is horrendous. Missing wide open shot. Tobias Harris and Danny Green, by the way. I know you guys told me Danny Green can't shoot. I know you told me that. I said you're wrong. He's a career 40% shooter. What he looked like last year with the Lakers was a thing, and he won't look like that with the Sixers. Well, guess what? Tobias Harris and Danny Green combined to be 0 for 8 in this game. Whoa. Just brick after brick after brick. And the thing is, if a team was playing great perimeter defense, that's a different story. You know, if you look at a player's shooting percentage and you say, well, he was playing against this team that played great perimeter defense. He was playing against this team that played great perimeter defense. Tobias Harris doesn't even shoot 40% from three. And if you look at literally all of his shots as a Sixer, he's wide open. Tobias Harris is wide open all the time. And misses a lot. It boggles my mind because NBA players, the best players in the world, I can find a high school kid that can make wide open three-point shots. If the defense is making you move, making you off balance, making you rush your shot, you can't get your whole follow through, whatever, that's different. These are wide open shots. I have never seen an NBA player point blank brick so fucking many wide open shots before Tobias Harris. And now Danny Green in this game. I just don't get it. These are wide open and it's just brick after brick after brick. Where do we go from here with Tobias Harris? That contract for him to perform this way is unbelievable. He was 3 for 13. 3 for 13. And 0 for 4. Now, of course, Doc Rivers said, you know, Tobias is playing this way, this way, this way. We got to get him back to how we were playing in LA. And so maybe these 10, 20 games that I'm telling you guys is going to be like a switch around, a project. Doc's going to try all kinds of different lineups and everything. Maybe Doc Rivers can fix Tobias Harris. But God damn, it looks unfixable at this point. It just does. I am completely over Tobias Harris. This team is better when he's off the floor. He adds zero value, period. Oh, my goodness. The bench was better than the starters. And part of that was because Shake Milton's coming off the bench, which, again, I don't think he's going to be coming off the bench for very long because the starting lineup has no half-court creators, no half-court distributors, shot creators, dribble, drive, break down your man one-on-one kind of players. There's no point guards in the starting lineup. It just is what it is. You need a point guard on the floor. So I don't think Shake's going to be part of the bench for very long. As you could see tonight, the bench unit was better than the starting unit. Part of the reason is Shake Milton, but part of the reason is Tyrese Maxey. T-Max, microwave Maxey, instant offense. Maxey's taxi delivering buckets. You understand what I'm saying? Tyrese Maxey. This dude is an absolute steal in the draft. And yeah, he shot a deep three tonight, and I loved the confidence. I loved it. He just took the ball and pulled it. He was from Steph Curry range, about 35 feet. He didn't care. I didn't care. I thought it was great. He missed the shot, but it doesn't matter. We haven't seen him make a three yet. But at the end of the day, this dude creates offense. He is so quick and so creative, so active with the ball in his hands, so just, he's here, he's there. He's so quick, the defense doesn't know what to do. And he looks like he's been playing the game in the NBA for 5 years. Al Adanabi said that on the broadcast. He has no nervousness, no nothing. He looks like a professional point guard. I actually thought he should have got a lot more minutes in the second half after what he showed in the first half, and that's something Doc Rivers is going to figure out, is going to think about, is going to look at. Tyrese Maxey is going to get a lot of minutes on this team. He's such a good creator, facilitator. What did he have? In 10 minutes, Tyrese Maxey had 6 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. In 10 minutes. 6, 2, and 2 in 10 minutes. Tyrese Maxey. That dude just, there's no hesitation. There's no stagnancy when he's on the floor. You need those kind of players. When he's on the floor, things happen. Things happen when he's on the floor. You need that kind of player. And Shake and him together were great, but it's because they're two very, very good creators with the ball in their hands, so they were going to be great together, and I don't think that's going to be a bench lineup for very long because I think Shake Milton's going to be in their starting lineup. But even so, Tyrese Maxey and Dwight Howard coming off the bench with Furkan Korkmaz playing like he did tonight, by the way. Let me talk about Furkan, okay? In 20 minutes, he had 11 points. He was 4 for 9, shot 50% from 3, 2 turnovers. And I'm going to get to why he had turnovers. But like I said, Furkan Korkmaz is very valuable as long as he is catching and shooting. Catching and shooting. I told Doc Rivers before the season started. I told him in the preseason. I'll tell him again right now. I know Doc Rivers doesn't watch my videos or listen to my podcast, but I'm telling him anyway. Doc, Furkan Korkmaz is not a guard. He cannot run a pick and roll. I think Furkan ran 2 pick and rolls in this game for 2 turnovers. He can't do it. Stop it, please. But Furkan on the floor, catching and shooting, when he's dropping 50% of his three-point shots, incredibly valuable, of course. He looked a little bit like Davis Bertans out there. Is Furkan Korkmaz going to get a $150 million contract? I don't think so. But he looked like, great value Davis Bertans out there. People think I hate on players just to hate on them. I don't. I just call it the way it is. If a player plays a horrible game or has a horrible couple of games, I'm going to tell you that he had a horrible couple of games. And just like Furkan last year when he had a couple horrible stretches and the fans from Turkey are in the comments freaking out, why are you talking about Furkan like this? Because he's playing like shit. What are you talking about, bro? If he plays good, I'm going to say he's playing good. I'm just here to keep it 100. I'm just here to tell you exactly how it is. I liked Furkan tonight, and Furkan can be very valuable. He can be. The refs were horrible in this game. I don't know what the fuck they were doing at one point. Like, the refs were so bad in this game. One of the referees was brand new. First game he ever refereed in an NBA game. I don't know how the hell that happened. But just bad calls on both sides, calling blocks that were charges, calling charges that were blocks, calling fouls when the player didn't get touched at all, calling shots on the floor that were clear shooting motions, calling shots shooting fouls that were clearly not shooting motions, called a double technical on two players that didn't even do anything. Davis Bertans tried to take off Ben Simmons' head with the Irish hammer. Didn't even get called for a foul. I called it the Irish hammer because he's redhead. I don't think he's Irish at all. Didn't even call the foul. Full-on chop block over the shoulder. Bam! That's a flagrant in the NBA. Didn't even call a foul. And then they reviewed it, watched it in slow motion, and decided that Ish Smith should get called for a foul also. I don't know. It didn't make any sense. The refs were absolutely smoking crack cocaine in this game. It felt like when the NFL had those replacement referees that one time, that's what this felt like to me as far as the refs. But good Lord, man. I don't want this to last all night. What else are we going to talk about? Matisse Thybulle didn't get any minutes until the end of the game. What do you guys think that means, man? Let me know in the comments. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, let me know via Twitter. Tweet me at IamDJEastwood or DM me on Instagram, whatever the hell you want to do. Matisse Thybulle not getting any run until the end of the game. It sucks. I feel bad for him, but at the end of the day, you saw it in the preseason, man. If Matisse Thybulle is not just catching and shooting, good Lord. I mean, his defense is what it is. He's a high-level defender. He's a great perimeter defender already at his young age, but he has zero offensive game. You saw it in the preseason. I think just Doc Rivers wasn't going to mess with it. He was like, I'm not, I got Tyrese Maxey, Shake Milton, all these guys coming off the bench. I'm not putting Matisse out there. He looks like he's not ready. He looks like he's not ready to play in the NBA. The Brett Brown regime valued his defense over everything else, as they valued defense over everything else in a lot of areas of the team, which turned out to be bad. They put Al Horford next to Embiid because they said, well, they're both lockdown defenders in the paint. And we'll put Matisse out there, and we'll have a whole bunch of great defenders, and nobody will score on us. Yeah, but you forgot that you have to be able to score. You know what I'm saying? There's a balance. You can be a great defender, but if you get the ball in your hands and don't know what to do with it, where are we going from here? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Shake Milton stayed on the floor for a reason. Ben Simmons can't create in the half court, but Ben Simmons can do what he does. He started the game with a mid-range jump shot. I like that. But Ben Simmons can do what he does. He's going to get his 15, 16, 17, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, whatever it was. He's always going to be a fringe triple-double kind of guy, but he can't do anything in the half court, especially against a above-average defender like a Russell Westbrook or whatever. Shake Milton has to be on the floor. Shake Milton stayed on the floor the whole fourth quarter. You saw a couple clutch buckets from him, a couple and ones, a couple clutch plays from him, and then you saw Embiid go to work with the game on the line. Thomas Bryant can't guard him. Embiid down in the block, couple dribbles all the way to the rim. That's how you finish the game. You go to your go-to scorer. Your go-to scorer is Joel Embiid, especially against a center that can't guard him. Your go-to scorer is Joel Embiid. Davis Bertans almost killed us. I thought he was going to go all Klay Thompson on us, and he probably would have. He was on a 20-minute restriction, by the way. All right. Remember last year, the game where I reacted to the highlights because I never even heard of Davis Bertans when he murdered us last year. That dude can stroke the rock, bro. Pause. That dude can shoot the damn ball, man. Davis Bertans is like a 6'10" Klay Thompson. He looks like he could shoot from half court effortlessly. Like, I really think he could. I really, really think he could. Davis Bertans, when he gets hot, look out, dude. Look out. I thought he was going to kill us, but I think he was on a minutes restriction. And at the end of the day, man, game one, there's a lot of things the Sixers are going to have to work out. There's a lot of things Doc Rivers is going to look at, analyze. I want to make sure I don't overlook anyone. Dwight Howard was great with his energy. 10 rebounds in 13 minutes. I love me some Dwight Howard, man. And he got a technical foul in his first NBA game as a Sixer. I thought it was bullshit, but he's still Dwight Howard getting a technical foul. Nothing new there. I love his energy. Al Horford finished games with 30-plus minutes and didn't get 10 rebounds. Dwight Howard, 10 boards in 13 minutes. He knows that's what he's here to do. I'm here to come off the bench, play strong defense, catch lobs, catch the pass from Ben Simmons where Dwight was coming baseline was beautiful and he slammed it. I mean, Dwight Howard's energy, he's such a good backup center on a veteran minimum. And we were paying $110 million to bum-ass Al Horford last year. That's such a ridiculous upgrade money-wise and player-wise. I can't get enough of it. I am so happy and excited that Dwight Howard's coming off the bench. 10 rebounds in 13 minutes. I think Tyrese Maxey needs more run. He only played 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure Doc is going to reward him for 6-2-2 in 10 minutes. Doc's going to give him more time. I want to see Danny Green make some shots. I don't know what to say about Tobias Harris. I already went there. But, yeah, man, game one, a lot of things to work out, a lot of kinks in the hose. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Doc's got his work cut out for him, but we pulled it out in the end. Joel Embiid, Shake Milton playing point guard, Ben Simmons in the dunker spot. This offense, these players, just is going to take a long time to figure out who fits together, who should be out there, who shouldn't be out there, man. My name is DJ Eastwood. It is technically Christmas Eve. That's for me. We're doing Christmas Eve for my son tonight because he's with his mom tomorrow. So that's why I'm doing a video. I didn't go live because I can't sit up here all night. I got shit to do. I got to go back downstairs and hang out with the family and pretend it's Christmas Eve. So thank you guys for watching on YouTube. Thank you for listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Oh, man, this is going to be a fun and interesting season. My name is DJ Eastwood. This is Run It Back Philly. Have a great night.